I am going to take you through a little tutorial on how to make a very narrow hem. A very narrow hem, and what some might refer to as a rolled hem on the sewing machine. Okay, so this is not a serger tutorial. It is how to do a rolled hem on a sewing machine, or what some might call as a very narrow hem. All right, so a lot of machines will actually have this foot that comes with them, with the machine. Some machines do, some machines don't. Today I'm working on the Janome 9450, and this one happens to come with it. Have you guys ever seen this hemmer foot?
Okay, give me one second.
Okay, this is the rolled hem foot, and you'll notice it's kind of an odd looking foot. A lot of people are scared of this because, well, it's just kind of tricky, right? Terry, hello, my friend. Okay, so this is your rolled hem foot, narrow hemmer foot, whatever you want to call it, okay? But what it has is this little coil, this metal coil that helps roll, that's the name, rolls the fabric and gives you a nice narrow hem. Have any of you used this before? Have you used this before? If you've used it, tell me in the comments about what your experience has been with this foot, because a lot of people have not had good experiences with it. I hope what I can share with you today will lead you to a good experience with this foot, because it actually is quite amazing when it works right. But I will tell you that it takes some practice. It definitely takes practice on being able to use this foot. So don't be intimidated by it. Lynn says that foot is intimidating. Here, I'll bring your comment over, Lynn. That foot is intimidating. Is there one like this for the Brother machine? Yes. Yes, there is. In fact, every brand has a machine, has a foot that is just like this. So definitely don't be afraid of it, and it can be a lot of fun. Okay, Sybil said she's tried to use the rolled hem foot but doesn't always have success. Yes, I will say that is probably the case. A lot of times we try it and we don't have success, so we get frustrated and we decide that we're never going to use it again. But I promise it does get easier with time. Barb says yes, she's used it for napkins. She doesn't remember any problems. Well, that's good. What do people usually use it for? They will use it for linens. Okay, so napkins, tablecloths. You could use it for scarves. Let's see, what else? The hem of dresses. We don't always use it a lot of times on cotton, but you can use it on cotton. And that's what I'm actually going to use it on today. So let me go ahead and take you through some thoughts I have on this foot. Okay, I'm back. I don't know why it's stalling today out of all the things. I don't know, but I'm back. So here we go. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and just put it on my machine, and let's see if I can get a better angle. Ooh, Barb, I may need your help on this one, because I want to make sure you guys get up really nice and close to this on how this all comes together. So I'm just going to snap on my foot right now while Barb comes over. Okay, if you can like bring it over this direction.
Tell me when it's good.
We'll get, ooh, this is going to be a little tricky.
Okay, you go ahead and sew it now.
You know what I'm going to do?
In your stomach.
I know. I'm going to actually
great
remove
idea.
this so we can get up close.
All right, how about this? Is that going to show it?
Let me go in just a little bit closer. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. What's that
Put your
from?
mask on there. I have no idea.
You don't know what that song is
No,
from?
I don't.
Come on, who can tell me? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Who can tell me where that song is from?
Sing it again.
I think it's like something like, I could be singing it wrong. Get a little closer, don't be shy.
Don't know it.
Isn't it from Sure Deodorant? Okay, I'm just trying.
I didn't know it was a commercial. I was thinking. I thought it was a movie.
All right, let me show you first, I guess, what I'm going to do here. I'm going to create a rolled hem, a very narrow hem. That, look at that. Look how beautiful that looks.
Beautiful.
All right.
I love it.
So one of the things that I want to point out to you first is sometimes it's very helpful. What people have a hard time doing, I should say, is getting right in here, because you have to somehow get this into the groove and have it stay. And so this becomes very, very tricky as you try to roll that through. So what will help you is this little tip. Make sure to not use your thread cutter. Okay, you're not going to use your beautiful thread cutter that we all love. Nope, this is not the time to use it. We want long tails because we want something to hold on to. This is going to navigate.
That one's caught.
Did it get caught in there?
The needle one is caught, and it needs to go underneath the foot.
Okay, there we go. Is that better? Okay, so we want something to hold on to with these tails, all right? So what I'm going to do is just simply put my fabric right side face down, and I'm going to stitch. I'm going to put my presser foot down, holding on to my tails, and I'm going to make a few quick stitches. Okay, that's it. And then,
did you hear that machine?
Not really.
Not really, because it's so quiet.
Would it help if I brought my highlight out?
Oh my heck.
Does that help?
I think
Or
it
does
might.
that give it?
No, I think it looks good. No, I like
yeah.
it.
Okay.
I like it a lot.
Let's show this awesome highlight. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to
What machine are you on?
I'm on
Kris?
the Janome 9450 today.
Beautiful.
I'm going to bring up my needle and I'm going to bring up my foot and use this to now pull my fabric back while holding on to my tail. And now look how simple it is to get in there.
Are you kidding me?
Yep, because now I have something to hold on to.
Heck.
Whoops, I just let that go. Let me try that again. I'm kind of at an odd angle here.
You are. You have the camera in your face, right between you.
Right between me. Okay, there we go. Gonna pull that through. Okay, so now there is this edge, and you want to make sure that the fabric is turned over towards that edge. And I hope I'm getting this right, because I am. Yeah, there we go. And see, I'm holding on to this. This gives me leverage. And then my fabric is turned over. So the key to having a good rolled hem is you've got to have the fabric touch that edge of the foot. Okay, and it's going to be at a little bit of an angle. That's what you want.
Oh,
How's it looking,
good.
Barb?
It's looking good.
From your
yes
angle, okay? And look how simple this is.
Oh my heck. Kris, you're a miracle worker.
Really? That's saying a lot.
Oh my heck.
Okay. I am doing this, like I said,
That's
at
kind
such
of awkward.
a weird, very awkward angle. But I hope that you're able to see.
You can see how that works, though.
Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that.
That is so pretty. Looks
Okay.
good.
Looks
good,
good.
Kris. Amazing.
So that's all you have to do. Pretty easy. What questions do you have? Yes, Arid Dry Extra Dry Deodorant. Good job, Kim and Kelly. Angela. See, I didn't get to see this earlier. Yep, Anne Marie, you've got it. Yeah, Arid Extra Dry. There you go. There you have it. Okay, how do you go over seams? Well, Um, if you have a thin fabric, going over seams is actually not bad at all. It's actually quite easy to go over seams. And you just kind of pull on it. Now there's different widths of hemmers. The most commonly used one is a 2 millimeter hemmer, but you can get a 4 and a 6, and it just makes a wider one. There's my mask, by the way. I've had it hanging on my ear. It's like my new earring here. All right. So, yeah, usually it depends on how, if the fabric is thinner, you should have no troubles at all. But if by chance you do have trouble, what you could do is you could actually, well, couple things. One, if you were hemming a dress, I would hem the bottom first and then sew up the sides. Or if you have a side seam, you could actually unpick just a little bit of the edge where the two seams come together, so that now you have two clean edges to start off with, and then you sew it back together. So hopefully that makes sense. Sometimes there are fabrics that are really so soft that you have a hard time, getting it to turn. And so that's when you would use like maybe a little bit of starch or some kind of fabric stiffener, and then, spray that on there. You'll have no trouble whatsoever getting that through. Let's see. Monica asked, what about the corners? Yes, on the corners, what you could do, let me cut something here so I can get to a corner and show you. Corners are not bad at all. There we go. Okay, so this was the edge that I just sewed, okay? And I come to this corner. You're going to want to make sure it has a nice clean corner to start off with. And then what you'll do is you'll actually fold it over and fold it over one more time and finger press that. Okay, so just fold over just about 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, and then fold it over one more time just to get it started. And then again, you're just finger pressing that very corner. You'll put it in again just like I did before, but this time you start on that folded edge. Okay, you're going to start right there, and you're going to leave the needle down, and you're going to lift the foot up, and then you're able to roll over the rest of it. So remember, when I started it off, I started with just a long tail, and I actually lifted the needle up so that I could then reposition it. I have the tail to hold on to. But when you go to the corner to do the next one over, what I recommend is that you just finger press the very beginning of it, put your needle in there, take a few stitches, keep the needle down, and then lift up the presser foot, and so now you can get the rest of it rolled over. You won't have any trouble at all. Let me see, I think I've got an edge I can show you. Yep, right here. So this was just a scrap piece of fabric I took, but this would be an example if you were doing it on linens or something. See, that edge looks really nice, and if you turn it over to the side, again, the bottom side doesn't look too bad, right? Doesn't look too bad. And that's what I did. I just went all the way down, then I folded it over twice at the beginning of my second edge. You don't do that on your first edge, just on your second edge, keeping the needle down. Okay, what other questions do we have? Jerry says, I'm pretty sure Bernina has 2 to 3 sizes. Yeah, most brands will have a 2 millimeter, 4, and 6. I've seen 3 millimeters, so it just depends. But most brands will have multiples for sure.